Wow. Steve Cunningham outs Paulie Malignaggi, who was recently let go from Showtime for this very reason. These controversial viewpoints and extremist thoughts. We're going to talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang. Notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We work and head over to my Patreon or hit the join button to become a YouTube channel member. Now, it goes down. Paulie Malignaggi recently let go from Showtime. They were at odds. Paulie, always known for being outspoken, he finally put his foot in his mouth and said something that he wasn't willing to back down from or couldn't run away from. And in this current climate, you know, you really can't say some of the things that he's saying, especially when they don't even make sense. You know, I think that's the big thing. Like, if it was something you were leaning towards that actually made sense, then I guess you could support it. But what Paulie's saying, he made comments saying that basically the African-American fighter is, for lack of better words, obsolete, or their time has came and went because it is now a domination by the Eastern European. He said, last time I checked, the best fighters were white. Like, where did you get that from, bro? Because Jermall Charlo is about to fight Sergey Derevyanchenko, who's a great fighter on Showtime, a network that Paulie used to work for. And he's Eastern European. He's from Ukraine, which would be classified as that. And Jermall Charlo is going to be the champion, and he's going to be the favorite in that fight. So where is this coming from? Listen, there's great fighters from all walks of life and backgrounds and creeds and original origins and stuff like that, which makes it foolish. Now, I'm surprised nobody else seems to talk about this, so leave it to Ego, Digital Mob, New Media. We're going to kick it off. Steve Cunningham, I seen this, and salute to him, a real one, real in the field. Steve Cunningham outed Paulie Malignaggi. Now, I gotta preface this. There's a lot of people in the case, especially when it comes to quote-unquote black issues, that weigh in. Anytime something happens, everybody has an opinion in the matters of, you know, black fighters and stuff like that. And I'm not saying you can't have an opinion, but you gotta hear what I'm saying. There is a clear-cut double standard, because how is it that people could talk about Gervonta Tank Davis when a tape of him and some girl, like him yanking a girl out the seat or whatever, comes about, but those same people don't say nothing when Sergey Kovalev, who is not from America, but he's from Russia, who had migrated here, and he's up here getting kicked off of flights, and they said he's drinking, and he go to TMZ, you'll see this girl suing him, and he defaulted in payments, but none of that gets talked about. So if you're going to be a person who's just a stickler for this behavior, like let's say it's domestic violence, then you got to be that always across the board, right? If that's what you're fighting for, then it should be equal. But we know what time it is. Now, Paulie Malignaggi, another thing I noticed is there are a lot of people, well, I wouldn't even say a lot, but there are some people who they play this role like they can't fathom why Paulie and Showtime Boxing had to part ways and why he got fired, basically, or why he was not part of the commentary crew. And it's funny to me because when you have the complexion for the protection here in America, you see this often. People always have a justification or a reason or rationale, or try to clean up your words and like give you the benefit of the doubt. We even recently seen it. Robert Garcia, him and his son, they were working on their YouTube channel, and Robert Garcia was making comments like he doesn't really understand what Paulie did. So maybe this will help you guys understand. People who, you know, give the benefit of the doubt and can't understand how this is a clear and concise conflict of interest when you have a mind like Paulie Malignaggi working on your network, which has and showcase and boast a lot of talented fighters, some of them being black. Like Deontay Wilder was on the Showtime network for a while. We don't know if he'll pop back. Gervonta Tank Davis has a pay-per-view. The Charlo brothers have a doubleheader. You know, I'm not saying they just have black fighters on Showtime, but one thing that's great about Al Heyman and PBC and Premier Boxing Champions and Showtime is they've always been diversified in their approach. Like that podcast that they got with the two dudes I forgot the name of it, but you guys put in the comment section if you remember. Matt Barnes has a show. They had the Kobe the Muse documentary, you know, so they've always been diverse, and people of color have had a showcase or, you know, slots and specials and stuff on Showtime. So it's not really as complex as people are making it out to be. But let me jump into it since no one else wants to talk about it. Leave it to new media. Smash the like button. Steve Cunningham wrote, "This is for all the, quote, black people that are making excuses for Paulie Malignaggi. He follows this racist page that does nothing but bash your people. It says, quote, fuck your movement, black man and black woman. This is what Paulie Malignaggi thinks of your plight here. The racial oppression he said doesn't exist. Now people DM me his racist comments and he posts the post he likes. I've been convinced. It looks like a duck. It quacks like a duck. It's a damn duck. Shrug." So once again, how can you have, so first of all, we have to examine this. And I've done the research. This is a page that Paulie Malignaggi likes. And, you know, it's America. You know, free is the freedom of speech, whatever. You can follow whatever you want. But it says Italian parking only, right? That's the name of the page, Italian parking only, which sounds like, I don't know, segregation, right? Italian parking only. Like, remember back in the day, 1960s, when it said fountains said whites only or coloreds only? You know, that doesn't welcome inclusion, right? This is the colored water faucet that you're supposed to drink from, and this is the white. So that's a weird name already. That should be a red flag, right? And it's saying stuff like fuck your movement and get a fucking job. Hashtag homeless, jobless, get a job, lazy ass, work, MAGA, you know, which obviously Trump, would you say obviously Trump, MAGA, make America great again. America with the KKK in it. Trump, white privilege, black privilege, all lives matter, BLM, you know. So clearly there's an agenda here, right? It says white lives matter too. Hashtag hard work, money, keep America great again, make America great again. So you can already tell this page what type of time they're on. Wow, what is this? Look who likes it. Mr. Paulie Malignaggi, white lives matter too, and you know, all this other stuff, right? And I've done my own research, right? So shout out to Steve Cunningham as well. And you know, some people sent this across my desk independently. So this is the page. And it says, warning, all lives matter. This is the first of the bio. This is the first. It says, I'm offensive and I am unapologetic, facts over feelings, no white guilt. My page isn't for everyone. Hashtag fuck off. And you see who likes it. Paulie Malignaggi. He right up in there. Now, the thing that's interesting to me is this. This is not even a big page. Like, I could maybe possibly understand if it was like a world star level, you know, just a big page that everyone follows, right? You already see, it says, warning, all lives matter. I'm offensive and unapologetic, facts over feeling, no white guilt. It's like, you're trying to start a confrontation. Hashtag fuckoff.com, followed by Paulie Malignaggi. And again, one of the things that stands out is, you know, the name, Italian parking only. But bro, look, this is a small page. It's a small page. It has less than 300 followers at the time that I screenshotted this. 299 followers, right? And they follow almost as many people. So this is not like a big page that everyone even knows about. So how does Paulie even know about a dark web type of underworld page that's not, you know what I'm saying? Unless you involved in that kind of culture, like unless you're seeking out or you randomly seen one of these controversial posts. Like, if you hate America, get the fuck out of here. You know, the same Trump thing and build a wall and all that shit. Come on, bro. Come on, man. And this is Paulie Malignaggi. So like I said, that's pretty shocking that the page is not even a big page at that. So you're following this. Look, they got a picture of a kid in Africa or something. And it says, today's a reminder that your life isn't really rough. I would love to see anyone from America who thinks they're oppressed switch position with this little boy. You know, just weird posts like this. Paulie's liking, you know. Here's another one. All right. So the post says, Paulie Malignaggi liked it again. LeBron James hates whites, racists, rapists, and pedos, but takes a picture with Bill Clinton. What? When did LeBron James ever say he hates white people? You see what I'm saying? And this is what Paulie Malignaggi likes. So these are his wavelengths and his thought processes and processes, right? Here's another one. The Joker. It's simple. We blame the white man. What? Who? Where is this even coming from? Look who likes it. Paulie Malignaggi. It says the big bad white man. Change my mind. Change your mindset. Change your life. Transgender. All lives matter. What? This is what Paulie's liking. This is what he's affiliated with. See, I told you, Italians for Trump. Of course, Paulie Malignaggi, all in the video, right? Hardcore Italians, Italians for Trump, blah, blah, blah. Notice the pattern? Get a fucking job. We already talked about that one. This is the black dude in the Fort Worth or whatever that killed this innocent girl. Since she, look at Paulie right in the video, since she was killed by a white man, since she wasn't killed by a white man, we haven't heard much from the media or celebrities. No squares posted in her honor. What are you talking about, bro? Since she wasn't killed by a white man. This made national news. Like what? Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. And this is what Paulie. He said no celebrities, right? He said no celebrities or nobody's talking about it, right? Look, and this is off memory. Boom, Oscar De La Hoya. So clearly it's a controversial page that's trying to start shit. He said nobody's talking about it, right? It's looking shaky. You know, it's looking real shaky. Oscar was talking about it. There's a ton of people I've seen that were talking about it and posting about it, right? Oh, wow. Is that my page? Boxingego? Oh, yeah. Follow me at Boxingego1. 4 weeks ago, I said, this is my 4th of July post. Rest in peace, baby girl, Vanessa. 4 weeks ago. So this page claimed that nobody was talking about it, right? So he said because she wasn't killed by a white man. You know, where is this standpoint even coming? But once again, Paulie Malignaggi, all in the video. He said, since she wasn't killed by a white man, we haven't heard much from media. I'm media, and I just showed you. So this is the type of stuff Paulie likes in his spare time. I think we know what time it is. President Trump. And the HBO Axios just did an interview with Trump, and he looks crazy in the interview. Just watch it. And this is what Paulie, you know, this is his mindset. It says, President Trump loves the Italians for defending Christopher Columbus, who didn't discover America. You know, these are the radical, that's proof. That's not even my opinion. How can you discover a land full of indigenous people and say you discovered it? Right? And this is what, once again, Paulie Malignaggi likes. You know, get him off of Showtime. And people like Robert Garcia and others played the role like they don't understand. Look, it's some black dude wearing a White Lives Matter 2 shirt. I don't even know if that's a real shirt or if it's like a superimposed Photoshop. I want to buy this man a drink. White Lives Matter 2, White Lives Matter, blah, blah, blah. White liberals, you know, and we can go on and on. Lil Wayne was saying some coon shit and he liked that too. So the point I'm making is this is the type of radical views that Paulie Malignaggi has unapologetically spoken out against. And a lot of it is not even accurate. You know what I'm saying? And this is where Paulie Malignaggi's head's at. He's calling LeBron a racist, or he's agreeing or liking. You know, this, look, he's right there, just so you guys see. And again, the thing that's shocking is this is if you hate America, get out of here. Get a job. Look, bro, it says KKK. Like, what? And they keep saying White Lives Matter and all this stuff like that. So, bro, this page is banging. This is they repping their flag. And Paulie's all in here. And you wonder why Showtime Boxing had to cut ties with him. Look, Paulie Malignaggi right there. Who's that? Columbus? What? Because he's Italian, he has to get credit for something he did not discover. You know, I mean, this is just crazy. This is crazy. And Paulie's from Bensonhurst, which I had heard, you know, historically has a lot of racism and, you know, like, watch the movie Bronx Tale, stuff like that. You know, I'm just gonna say that. Watch Bronx Tale. That's one of my favorite movies, actually. But yeah, watch Sonny and Bronx Tale. And like, this is the type of energy this page is putting out in the atmosphere. And Paulie all in here liking shit, and oh my gosh, I found out hanging this in my garage. Look, he liked it, bro. This is just a random video. This is all freestyle. Oh my gosh, I just found out hanging this in my garage. It's okay. It's not racist. I'm just Italian, bro. And it looks like nooses and shit. And what? And you wonder why Paulie don't have a job. I dare DAZN to pick up Paulie Malignaggi after this. Good luck with your ratings, bro. Because people are off that. You know, Paulie, he made his bed. He was the master of being outspoken. Bro, your views in 2020, they don't look like they align. It's just too, you know, people say Black Lives Matter, which is an actual movement and thing. And people want to compare tragedies. Oh, but Italians were persecuted. You see what I'm saying? And try to make it into something different instead of just addressing each problem as they come up. Like the George Floyd, people like Paulie, in my opinion, probably feel like that this getting too much attention. And there's more to it. And I'll probably make several parts to this video. But there's more parts to it where it's like almost people like Paulie, from what I could see, he almost resents the fact that George Floyd is making national news. Like, man, get off that. Oh, who cares? You see what I'm saying? Because he's left a lot of insensitive remarks. He also said there wasn't systemic racism. I mean, how can you, it's like I've had people on my channel say, oh, Ego, he keeps talking about there's racism in boxing, pulling the race card. There's no racism in boxing, you N-word, you monkey. You know, and it's funny that actual racists pull that sleight of hand trick. Like, well, they'll tell you there's nothing to do with race, or you're crying, you blacks keep crying, pulling the race card, boom, boom, boom. But then they'll call you the N-word or a monkey, you know, and you see stuff like that. So it's like almost an oxymoron. There's no racism, you monkey. And, you know, I don't care that there's black people in pictures with Paulie Malignaggi, because there's slaves that were raped by their masters and owners and shit like that. You know, Donald Sterling had the Clippers and then his tape came out. So, you know, some people just in 2020, they know how to navigate. But Paulie Malignaggi obviously has a lot of, you know, radical viewpoints. Put it this way, there's only certain people who are losing. All the Karens and Kevins and Paulies, they're the ones losing their job right now. Other people aren't losing their job. So it's funny that he likes a post, Paulie Malignaggi likes a post that accuses LeBron James of being racist against white people, but LeBron James is not under fire. LeBron James is not getting kicked out of the NBA or losing his salary or any of his lucrative multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar endorsements. But meanwhile, Paulie, he's losing his job. So you got to figure that one out, sort that out. Let me know what you guys think, but this is just a bad look. Showtime did the right thing, because Paulie, like, why would a black fighter like the Charlos want Paulie to call their fight if he's talking about get out of this country if you don't want to work and you lazy asses, or he's supporting that type of mindset on this little cult page that he likes? You know what I mean? Just explain that. And you think you're going to work on Showtime with Brian Custer and Mauro Ranallo and Al Bernstein? Why aren't they doing that? You know, there's only one person in this lineup that's no longer affiliated with Showtime, and that's Paulie, right? There's a reason for that, you know? And look, Brian Custer showing you love, smiling in your face, you know, encouraging you. And then look at behind the scenes, it looks like you got something, you know, that you got to get off your chest. So I think Paulie, he just gained fame and notoriety. Very good commentator when he first started, but you know, he thought he got too big for his britches, and I feel Paulie felt that he was untouchable. He could just say whatever. He can accuse people of being on drugs, which I'm not naive. I understand And, you know, some of which he said I probably agree with, you know, but it's not even a point to do too much accusing when you can't prove it. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just like he's just trying to be too controversial, and you got too much going. And you got people, you see the Showtime that what if Showtime lost Gervonta Tank Davis on account of Paulie Malignaggi? And as a business, you got to cut ties. You got to cut ties with people like that, because they're always going to disappoint. They're always, people like Paulie, he's always going to offend somebody with his approach. So they even gave him an opportunity to apologize, do a public apology, but he was so steadfast in his belief that, you know, Italians for Trump and all lives matter, there's no systemic racism and these different things, that he lived by the sword, died by the sword. So I can at least respect that. You know, get the fuck out of here and don't have a job then, you know. And you're seeing it with these Karens. Some people in this whole Karen apocalypse thing is they have so much hate in their heart and so much slanted views that they just have to say the one thing that's going to get them to lose their job. You know what I mean? That it's just crazy that your opinions are so like unacceptable and unaccepted, and you can't back down. You can't not say that racial slur. You can't say that non-controversial thing about gay people or black people, or, you know, try to create different things. And it's almost like a resentment level, in my opinion, with Paulie. Like, I don't know if it's Broner. I took his belt and I took his girl. Like, I don't know if it's from that or, you know, childhood or whatever, but it sounds like he has some repressed feelings towards certain people, and we'll leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. But Paulie, you know, this is not a good look, saying there's no racism in boxing. 2 weeks later, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, all these unexplained cases that have a lot to do. I mean, and history shows you, Rodney King, Trayvon Martin, Oscar Grant, you know, there's a lot of racial tension in the atmosphere, and it's been this way. But leave it to Paulie. There's no systemic racism and all these crazy, like, consorted opinions. So get him out of here.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more sports. Get unlimited access to premium content with an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus offers a variety of content, including specials, behind the scenes, docuseries like Bruce Lee's Be Water, and much more. With an ESPN Plus subscription, you get access to a ton of classic archive fights and replays from boxing and the UFC. Big names like, "Hi, I'm Mike Tyson, come and watch my fight." Floyd Mayweather, "Easy work, I'm rich." And Manny Pacquiao, "Yes, it's up to my promoter, just to name a few. If that's not enough, you could get the ESPN bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All three apps, one low price. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys click that link in the description box of all of my videos. Ego, signing off.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.